Hello, welcome back, Crochet family. I'm so excited for you all to be here. Today we're going to talk about the lattice stitch, and yes, we're going to have prizes at the very end. So make sure you stay through the entire time because the questions are related to what I'm talking about. So I'm really excited for this one because I have a few tutorials for that already for this specific stitch in different varieties, rows, rounds, but they are a bit older, so might as well give it a fresh cleanup and me reteaching you this beautiful stitch. And once I'm done with all the stitches, meaning until tomorrow we have one more stitch tutorial, then I'm going to update the ebook and add all of them into it, so that way you have, no matter what, you're going to have access to the older ones as well as the newer versions of this stitch. So sometimes you can even have 2 video tutorials per stitch. Speaking of the stitches, we're also going to talk about this stitch tutorial ebook right here after we're done with the lattice stitch, and at the very end we have prizes. So make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and of course tell your crochet besties we're here, so that way we all have fun together. And I'm not the only one with you here, because the more people we have, the more fun we have. So especially for tomorrow, I'm telling you that already, because tomorrow's the last day for the sale. So if we get more than 100 people to show up, maybe we can have 3 questions instead of 2. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, I'm so excited. All right, how's everyone doing? I am so giddy about talking about this stitch because it's one of my absolute favorites, and it was also a stitch that I went viral for a few years ago. What was this, 2017 or so? It was crazy. It was like I actually made a tutorial for someone else's pattern, not knowing you should ask for permission first. Yeah, I learned a lot during that period of time, but the good thing is the designer said, that's fine, of course, happy that you made one, yay. So that was great. And then I made a beanie that went viral after that. It's called the lattice beanie. And then I made the lattice scarf, or it's more of a shawl. It looks very elegant, very royal. So if you want to try that out, they're both on my website for free. And I believe the beanie is the one that is linked here for this stitch. Okay, are you guys ready? If you guys have gotten your ebook yet, let me know. I want to celebrate you. Okay, so make sure you let me know if you've gotten your copy already. All right, are you guys ready? I'm ready. So I'm going to switch around so you can see what I see. So the very first thing I'm going to tell you is you need a multiple of 4 for this specific stitch. Okay, then you start from the second chain from the hook, and you're going to crochet 1 single crochet per stitch. So that should end up with 15 stitches for that first row. Then you're going to turn and you're going to crochet double crochet stitches. The very first one for me is always the alternative turning chain. I'll show it to you in a second, but you can also do a chain of 3 if you like. Just make sure you count that as a stitch. There should be 15 double crochets of some kind of way in that second row. And then we go into the lattice stitch. Oh, look at you, Tina. You got it. Yay! I'm so happy. All right. Robin is saying she's hearing an accent. Do you hear an accent? Yes. I'm German. I was born and raised in Germany, but I've been in the US for how many years now? 15, 16 years? Quite a bit, maybe longer. I don't remember. Anyways, quite a bit of time. So there's a mild, tiny accent. I try to hide it as much as possible. But yes, there's an accent. Let's see. Oh, Robin got it too, girl. Did I see this right? Robin says, I got it. Got to buy another one, but I dropped all my pages when I printed it. There was oh no! Mine has page numbers on it, so make sure you see that. It has page numbers on the bottom. But yes. I'm so happy for you. Okay, so let's get started on the stitch. So let me quick repeat just in case you missed it. Okay, so we have a chain of, in my case, 16, so a multiple of 4, starting from the second chain from the hook, 1 single crochet per stitch, and turn. Then the second row is just double crochet stitches. All right, that's your foundation. Now let's get started on the actual lattice stitch, which is gonna look like this. Well, this is a few extra rows. I'm gonna show you 2. Okay, so here here's one that we're going to do in a second. Then we have to do 1 row of double crochet stitches, and then we have to do a little shift of 3 stitches. This one is shifted, as you can see. It's kind of a mirror of this one, right? So we're going to do these 2 lattice stitch rows with a double crochet row in between, so that way you know how to do this, because it's going to be fun. All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to try to show you how to do the alternate turning chain in a second. Donna, thanks for bringing it up. I didn't read your entire comment, but I'm going to start first with the actual lattice stitch. So let's get started. You're going to start with 1 single crochet first. I don't do any turning chains like a chain of 1 or whatever. It creates extra bulk. You don't need it, okay? Just make a single crochet stitch. Now make sure that you know where to go into when you come back around, but yes, you just need a single crochet stitch. All right, now we're going to do a treble crochet stitch, but you're going to do it in a specific location. So I'm going to try to see if I can go slow in this one, because the very first setup, the very first lattice row is the most important. Afterwards, trust me, it's very easy, okay? The very first one is very important. So you're going to count down here your single crochet stitches, okay? So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the one we're going to use. The 4th one, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go around that stitch. So think of it like a front post stitch, but as a treble crochet stitch. So it's a front post treble crochet stitch in that 4th single crochet down, okay? It's like in an angle, in a diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one right here. So yarn over twice, then go around that single crochet stitch, yarn over, pull through, and now you finish it up just like a regular treble crochet stitch. So yarn over, pull through, 2, 2, and 2. The very first one is done, okay? Now, this is a stitch, right? So you are going to skip that stitch behind it right here. Don't go into that one, okay? So if you look at it from the top, it's this one right here. Don't go into that one. You're going to go into the next 3, and you're going to crochet 1 single crochet in each, okay? Because if you go behind it in that stitch, you're going to add more stitches, and you don't want to do that. We have 15 stitches for my little sample per row, okay? So what you're now going to do is you're going to do a very fun version of the front post treble crochet stitch. You're going to do it in a, let's call it a triangle. It's not a perfect triangle. It's more of like, you know, it's an angle. So that's what you're going to do. So watch me. It's not hard. You just have to remember how to do it. So yarn over twice. Now the very first one is easy because you're going to go around the same single crochet as you did before right here. Okay. Same one. Go around it. Yarn over, pull through. You have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Stop right here. You're not done yet. So you stop when you have 2 loops on your hook. Okay. Yarn over twice. Now you need to count down here again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. In that 4th one, go around it. Round the single crochet there. Yarn over, pull through. You have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, 2, and then yarn over, pull through 3. Okay, there's your little angle. Now, remember what I said, you need to skip that single crochet behind it, that one, or not single crochet, that stitch behind it. Okay, it's a double crochet actually. Skip that one, that's right behind it because we made it here, right? We made a stitch. So we're now going to go into the next one. Just make sure you're going in the right one. So single crochet in 3 stitches like so, and now we're going to repeat that. Okay, is everyone on board? Is everyone follow me? This is the hardest row. It's not hard, but if you compare to the rest of them, it's the hardest. Got it? It's not a hard stitch. Let me remind you. Okay, now let's repeat what we just did. So yarn over twice, go around that single crochet right there and below there where we already went around it. Do it again. And you have your 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. Stop right here when you have 2 loops left. Let's now count down here your single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Around the 4th one. Yarn over twice, go around the 4th one like so. Yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2, 2, and 3. Okay, again, you skip that stitch right behind it, and you're going to do 1, 2, and 3 single crochet stitches, and then you have one more to do down here. Okay, yarn over, pull through twice, or not yarn over, pull through twice, yarn over twice, that's what I meant to say. Go down here, yarn over, pull through, and finish it up like a triple crochet stitch. Okay, and then there should be one more single crochet here in the back, I believe. Let me double check on my project here. Maybe not. Anyways, it looks like this at this point. Okay, let me double check if there's a single crochet. I don't remember right now, so let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, there was a single crochet in the back. Okay, so you should, in my little swatch, I have 15 stitches per row. Now let me see what Sheila is saying here. Yep, I know why I had an issue. I wasn't stopping on that last pull through. Yes, that's why I called it out. Well, stop here. I get it. I get it. So let me turn around now, and we're now going to crochet just double crochet stitches. So let me show you the alternative turning chain. The alternative turning chain looks like this. You make a single crochet stitch. Now you go into the loop that's closest to the yarn finger. Okay, so that one right here. So there's 2 loops for that single crochet stitch. This one that's closest to your yarn finger. I say that on purpose. I don't say left and right, because that way my lefties can follow along. Okay, yarn over, pull through, and then you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through. Now you have 2 stacked single crochets on top of each other. They count as a double crochet stitch. Okay, so now for the rest of the row, you're just going to crochet double crochet stitches. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And let's keep going. Just double crochet stitches. Just double crochet stitches. 1 stitch per stitch, and then we turn around, and then we do a little shift on the lattice stitch. Okay, so this row is just double crochet stitches. Now you're going to see in the next row that it's actually now very easy to figure out where to go, because you have your foundation set. You don't have to do any counting anymore, because you now know where to go into, because we're going to use those spots again that we already have. See, that one, that one, that one, and that one. We're going to reuse them. So now that you don't have to do so much counting. I mean, you have to do counting here in the back there, but not down here. So let me show you, okay? So instead of doing 1 single crochet first on the very first stitch, this time you're going to do 3 single crochets first, because we're shifting it over a tiny bit. So watch. 3 single crochets in a row. So 1, 2, and 3. Now you're going to do that, this one. You're going to do this angle here. Let me call it a triangle. It doesn't matter, right? There's no line on the bottom, although there is a line here, but it doesn't count directly. So this angle we're going to do now. So front post triple crochet stitch around this one right here. It's already there, so I don't have to count. I know where to go. Okay, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2, 2, stop right here. We're not done with our angle yet. You have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over twice. Now you're going to go around this area right here. It's telling you where to go, so go around it. Okay, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2, 2, and then 3. Okay, so you're going to skip that stitch behind it. 3 single crochets in a row. 1, 2, 3. Now let's repeat. Yarn over twice, go around that same spot we just went around it. Okay, same one. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2 and 2. Stop right here when you have 2 loops left. Now let's do it again. Yarn over twice. This time you're going to go around this one. Go around it. It's a front loop every time. Okay, a front post every time. Yarn over, pull through, 2, 2, and 3. Okay, again, you skip the stitch behind it. Then 1 single crochet in 3 stitches. And here we have to do it one more time. Okay, so yarn over twice, go around the spot down here. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2, 2, stop right here. Yarn over twice, and now go over here, the very last one. Go around it like so. Okay, and then yarn over, pull through 2, 2, and 3. Again, you skip that stitch behind it, and then it should be 3 single crochets left. Now what you're going to do is simply repeat those rows. Okay, so now you have to do another double crochet row, and then you're going to repeat row 2, then double crochet row, row 4, double crochet row, row 2, then double crochet row, row 4. Got it? Back and forth, and then it's going to look like this, for example. Right here you can see it a little bit further. So you can see how these beautiful lattice 3D effect comes out. The lattice stitch really comes out. It's 3D, as you can see. It's really overlaid right there. It's not overlay crochet, but it's overlaid. Okay, so it really is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning how it looks like. It looks very royal. Some people like to call it diamond stitch, but I don't like to do that because there's another diamond stitch. So personally, I don't prefer calling it the diamond stitch. It is called the lattice stitch from what I know of. That's the most common name. Okay, so let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like it? Isn't that fun? See, once you have your setup, the very first lattice row is the most important. Okay, the most important, because afterwards you're just going to use your little spots that you already have. You know exactly where to go into. You just need to make sure your single crochets behind it are perfectly done. So how are we doing? Annie's saying she was learning the waffle stitch or the basket weave stitch. So fun. Love it, love it, love it. Tina is saying she loves that stitch. It makes it so much cleaner. Yes. And by the way, I do want to show you the back. The back looks like this. You have these little tiny holes here, or little indents. That is pretty much where the lattice stitch is happening, right? When I say, hey, don't do that single crochet in the back there, right? Like skip that one stitch. This is the skipped stitch right here. So this is how the back looks like, and obviously this is how the front looks like. I'm gonna make a sample. Oh yes, I have seen blankets with this stitch. It's stunning. I need to use it more often. I don't use it enough. I love it so much, especially the look of it, right? You guys know I love cables, or if you've known me for a while, you do know I love cables. So this kind of effect, it doesn't look like cables, but it reminds me of it because it's kind of overlaying it and it's kind of twisting things up, right? I love that kind of effect. So let me know, are you going to try it? Hi, Patty. I'm glad you're here and watching me and crocheting. Yay. I'm so glad. Multiple 4. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So there's little dimple textures in the back. Yes, it is. Little tiny dimples right there. They're kind of cute. I mean, doesn't it? It looks really adorable. So yes, I guess you can say it's reversible. On one side, you have the texture. On the other side, you have little dimples. Just like this. Dimples. Anyways, you go ahead and keep watching here, Patty, because we're going to have prices. So if you're going to rewind right now, you're going to miss it. So stay here with the live so that way you can answer the questions later, okay? So let me swoop around. So that way, we're going to talk about the stitch tutorial first, okay? And then we're going to have prices. So now you learned how to do the lattice stitch. You can practice that in a second, okay? Pay attention first. We're going to talk now about the crochet stitches made easy. That was a blooper right there. And then we're going to have prices at the very end. Are you excited? Okay, so let me remove this because I like to ask these questions. So if you've been here for a while, don't get bored. We always have fun here. Let me tell you my story. When I first learned how to crochet, and you guys tell me if you've gone through the same thing, because I would love for you to tell me. So the very first thing is, first of all, I learned to crochet as a knitter. Okay, so I didn't go right into crocheting. I went from knitting to crocheting. Okay, so I learned how to knit first. I haven't knitted in a long time. I need to pick it back up. But anyways, I learned as a knitter first from my grandma. Then I went into crocheting. And when I first learned how to crochet, I mixed up slip stitches and single crochet stitches because I didn't know there was a difference between British and American English in terms of the crochet terms. So I didn't know that. So when you make slip stitches instead of single crochet stitches, you get frustrated, especially as a beginner. We have tight tension, right? We don't know how to loosen up as a beginner. We have really tight tension. So we get frustrated. I did. So I gave up for a few years. Yes, it was a few years. I guess I just threw in a corner. I was like, I'm not dealing with that. So then later on, I picked it back up when I learned how to do a granny square. And that's kind of how it then developed. But when I then first learned my first basic stitches, when I figured out the difference between American and British terms in terms of crocheting, then I went through quite a bit of a phase to learn a few different stitches. So the very first thing is I bought some books, stitch books, okay? So stitch dictionaries. I was more about the stitches first. I wasn't right away about the patterns, right? In fact, I went right into designing my own things. That was really funny. Like, I looked at a few patterns. I did not like how they were written. I didn't like the stitches. I liked the shape of it usually. I didn't like what they did. So I was like, I make my own. So, and because I had stitch books, you know, although it took me quite a while to learn these stitches, because they didn't have enough images. Sometimes, have you ever seen that? Please tell me I'm not the only one. They have mixed up the pictures. I have a few books where the pictures do not correspond to the instructions. Please tell me I'm not the only one who has those little funky books. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I got a special one, I guess. Yes, I have a few of them where the images do not match the description. So, and they do not have large font, which is very hard sometimes, especially for your eyes. I can get tired. Is when you go back and forth between your crochet and the instructions. When the instructions are not very large and they're teeny tiny, you can get tired. Your eyes get sore, right? That's just how I am. But I also like to have a lot of images. If you don't provide me with a video tutorial, at least give me a lot of images so I can at least follow along. And most of the time that does not happen for a stitch book. So the next thing I explored was, what about videos? There must be a stitch book out there that has videos. Nope, sadly not, besides this one, and I'll get into that, but no, there are no stitch books in the bookstore that have video tutorials, at least as of right now. If you find one, please tell me, I'm begging you, because I have yet to find one. I found a recipe book, recently when I went to Barnes & Noble in the, what is that section called, where they have the $5, $10 books. It's not even the regular aisle, it's in the other separate aisle, right by the cashier. Right there was one of those cookbooks and it had QR codes in it, and it was actually sealed on purpose. Makes sense, right? Because they don't want you to access the QR codes unless you purchase the book. So it was a sealed book, and it said on the front, we have QR codes in there for video tutorials for the recipes. So that was the first time I explored a book with videos, but I have never seen it for crochet ever, and the physical book with videos doesn't exist as far as I know. Then the next thing I explored was, okay, I know how to do the stitch now. What about a pattern idea? This is the reason why I turned into a designer, because I was frustrated and I want to use the stitch now. Then I didn't like what was out there, or I couldn't find anything at all for certain stitches. I'm like, what do I do now? So I know the stitch now. Now what? Right? So I wanted a pattern idea. I wanted it instantly accessible, right? We are all about fast moving, right? We want things quickly, the tip of a finger, like click and move on kind of thing. Explore, enjoy, do it, and then go to the next project. That's what we like to do. I know we're fast paced now. We got to slow down a little bit. But anyways, once you have what you have, you could slow down and crochet slowly, right? But I couldn't find stitch books that had pattern ideas for every single stitch. Yes, for some stitches. Yes, sometimes you have in the back of the book a few patterns right there, but not for every single stitch. So I was upset too. I was like, okay, why you give me that one? I want another one. Anyways, I'm sure you've gone through the same thing as I did. Please tell me if you're going through the same thing. And the next thing is, if I didn't find a book, a stitch book, dictionary, encyclopedia, whatever, that had what I needed, I went online, right? And then you had ads. Well, and then it wasn't printable. But I wanted a stitch book that is printable, has a digital file for it, it has links, it has no ads, it has videos, videos, it has large font, it has large images, and has pattern ideas. And guess what? You told me the same thing. At least so many of you guys messaged and commented to me. Like if you go back in my Facebook group, Crocheting with Nikki, I'm sure you'll find my post somewhere where I was asking, how would your ideal stitch ebook look like? Okay, I don't know if you can go back that far. It's been many years, right? And you guys all said this. So I took this from you guys, and you guys went through the same story as I did. So I feel like we're living the same story in terms of learning how to crochet different types of stitches. So I said, okay, enough is enough. We cannot just wait for these publishers or authors to do it. I said, let me be the author. I'll do it for you. And that's what I did. Okay, and then I went through the entire process to learn all of this and create for you Crochet Stitches Made Easy. Now, this is edition 3, okay? So I've updated a few times. Now, when I say update, that means I add more content to it, okay? And if I have a typo, I fix it, obviously, just like every other book out there, right? But I haven't found a typo yet. Unless, not a word typo. I found one that had a different... It was a little rearranged. I rearranged it a little bit. Anyways, so this is edition 3, which obviously includes edition 1 and 2. It has 90 stitch tutorials. That's a good chunk. That will keep you busy for a while. It has large font, which I'll demonstrate in a second. It has many images. I'll demonstrate in a second. And it comes with video tutorials. And it comes with pattern ideas at the bottom of every advanced crochet stitch, okay? And 15 of those patterns are actually included in the ebook as well, so that way you don't have to go online. Now, most of them are online. They're on my website. I'd link directly to my actual patterns that are available to you. So that way you don't have to search around the internet. You know, time is money, right? We don't want to waste it. Oh, I love you guys' questions. Okay, I do want to point something out. This is a really good point, Sandra. Okay, let me explain. Okay, this is a very, very good point, lefties out there. Now, the instructions in here are written in a way, typically, there's might be a couple of them where I actually use the terms left and right, but most of the time I don't. I do it on purpose like that because the written instructions work for lefties the same way as for righties. If I don't say left and right, it doesn't matter. If I say chain 15 and start from the second chain from the hook, the lefties are doing it the same way as the righties. It doesn't matter, right? The images may be for righties, yes. However, hear me out, my lefties, I got you covered, okay? The video tutorials are designed as a righty. I'm a righty, yes? Okay, so I film as a righty. Now, guess what? All you need is a Chrome extension on your browser, and it's called Video Mirror. It's free, 100% free. You don't have to pay a dime for it. You use a computer or a laptop. I do not know if it works on a tablet. You could try, but you need to be able to add a Chrome extension to your browser. Then you just click the button and it will turn any video on your browser around, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, whether it's on a special website. Any video is turned around. It literally is called Video Mirror, okay? It flips all videos around, which means when you click these videos and watch them and you do it on your Chrome browser with that extension turned on, it'll turn all the videos around. So that way you can see the lefty version of that stitch. So yes, would I say I recommend this for a lefty? 100%. Have I had many lefties buy the stitch book and love it? 100%. And I will show you a comment right now in a second that is from a lefty. Okay, I know it because she told me she's a lefty, so I will show it to you. Okay, so yes, lefties, this ebook is for you as well. If you use the free Chrome extension, turn all the videos around. Are we good? Is that making sense? Sandra, what do you think about that? Okay, so let's see. I'm just looking if I missed anything else. Yeah, see, Donna said it too. Use the video mirror option to flip it around. Patty says, I love the book. Go get it for yourself, girl. It's on sale right now. Okay, Stitches 15 for $15 off. You got to hit the apply button, and it's valid until the 22nd of January 2025, which is tomorrow. Today's Tuesday, so tomorrow, Wednesday. Here's the link. You can use the QR code, or let me pop the link in the comments again. I did have it already pinned, so that way you have that, but yes. think it's a game changer. I agree. Once I figured out that this exists and I told all my lefties, they all said exactly the same thing as you just did. They're like, that's a game changer. No way. Because here's the reason. I don't think it's reasonable to ask every designer to make a lefty video when there is a free extension so you can do it for any video, no matter what. So yes. Okay, let's see. Am I missing any other comments? Okay, Tina is going through the same thing as I did. I get it. I'm so glad. Okay, let me show you the inside of this book, okay, because that's very, very important. So let me remove this. Hang on. Where's my picture? There we go. Gotta remove this. Let's see. Was there a question? Do you need a mod? No, I don't need a mod right now. No, I'm good. Let's see. I have a mod, by the way. I have plenty of mods. Okay, so let me show you my iPad here. This is my iPad connected, so you can see here. I can move this around. Okay, so this is the table of content. Let me explain the table of content of this ebook right here. Okay, so first you get the introduction. You have some basic things like hook sizes, yarn weight, etc. And then we go into the basic stitches for chapter 5. Okay, they're organized per, let's call it experience, skill level, whatever. Okay, it starts with a slip knot and a chain and works their way all the way to like double, treble crochet, magic ring, chainless foundation rows. Okay, so that's kind of the skill level. You want to go through that. If you're absolute beginner, go through that first. Then I did the advanced crochet stitches in alphabetical order. As you can see, it starts with A, B, C, and so forth, all the way until Y down here. There's no Z. At least I don't know a stitch yet that starts with a Z. If I find one, I'll add it. But for now, I don't. Anyway, so those are in alphabetical order, okay? So now you will probably like, but I don't know how to look like, Nikki. No worries. You flip it around, okay, on the next page, and you will have all the images with all the numbers. These numbers that you see in that little square correspond to the numbers within chapter 6, okay? So for example, chapter 6, so 6.82 is yarn over a slip stitch, and it looks like that, okay? So pretty much if you like, okay, I want to know the stitch look first, you can look here, and then you can go back, and then you can click here. This on a digital device is clickable. I'll demonstrate in a second, okay? Now, down here, you will have the pattern, bonus patterns, the 15 additional patterns I added. Now remember, there's pattern ideas for all advanced crochet stitches included, okay? But I added 15 of those in here. I'll show you the pictures of those in a second. So if we go through, and I like to go to my alpine stitch as the first one. Did I click on the alpine stitch? No, my big fat finger didn't. So here we go. Let's do that again. Yay, I did it this time on a second try. So it takes you to the alpine stitch because it's a perfect way to explain it, right? The alpine stitch, for example, has then the video tutorial right there. It's clickable. You just click and then you go to the video, right? It has large font. This is letter size. You guys, do you see it? It's letter size. It's large font. It's 14 or 15. I don't remember exactly, but it's very large. So that way, no matter what, you can read it. It has multiple images so you can see the progress as you go through it. It has down here a box, okay, that says, now that you practice the stitch, here's a pattern for you. Now, if you see a red box like that, that means the pattern is on the back of the book. So if I now click here, it takes me to the back of the book where the bonus patterns are, okay? And then you have those right here. So you have many pages for that. And whatever is green or blue, those are all clickable. So that way you can jump to it, okay? And then down up here, you will see a button that says main menu. When I click that, I'll jump back to the table of content. So that way, you don't have to keep scrolling like a little squirrel, right? We can enjoy the process, the interactive PDF that you can learn all the different types of stitches. Now, let me show you what the pictures look like in terms of the patterns. So in case you want to know what they look like. So we have a vest, we have a scarf, a hat, we have different types of bags, okay, and different types of cowls. We have a blanket, a pillow, actually 2 pillows, excuse me, and we have a cute little turtle, and we have a little envelope, which is great for Valentine's Day. So those are all included in this ebook as a bonus in the back, okay? So literally it's free, extra 15 patterns. Okay, that's pretty cool. So that you get on top of it. Now if you don't have that little red box on the bottom of the stitch and it's like yellow or something, then that means you will click and it takes you to my website to see the pattern, but you still will get a pattern idea regardless. Okay, is that making sense? Let me know. Okay, let's see. I've got to try the samurai stitch. Yes, please try it. I did it a couple of days ago on YouTube, so try it if you haven't tried it yet. Robin's saying zigzag. What do you mean by zigzag? I'm lost. Oh, zigzag, what do you mean? Now I'm confused. Okay, let me know what you mean by the zigzag. Maybe I can help out there. I love that you can click on the name and takes you straight to the stitch. Yes, that's what you want. That makes it user-friendly. In fact, I want to show you the user-friendliness of this ebook because it's super duper helpful. So I'm leaving your comment here for a second because it literally tells you exactly the story here. So you have the table of content. You can click from there, take you to the stitch. From the stitch, you can click and watch the video, or you either scroll, or if you have the box on the bottom immediately, you can click there and take you to the pattern idea. As I said, 15 of those pattern ideas out of 82 are included in the ebook, okay? And the rest of them take you straight to my website, so that way you can practice there. How's that? That's pretty cool, right? So it's very user-friendly. It is ad-free. It is printable because you never know what happens. You know, a lot of people always say, but Nikki, I'd rather have a physical book. Give me a physical book. Why don't you give me a physical book? Because I tell you this, no matter what happened in your life, you probably will either break a book or you know, somewhat damage a book, lose the book, literally lose the book by a fire or whatever, or someone steals it from you. Who knows? There could be anything that happens to you, okay? But if you have a digital file, you can reprint it. And you can see right here, I printed my version, okay? And I have a video tutorial on my website, so you can, on YouTube, so you see exactly how to turn it into your own spiral. This is 90 pages because it's 180 pages. So it's actually, excuse me, it's 90 pieces of paper for 180 pages, okay? So you can turn it into your own book. In fact, you could even hire like Staples or Office Depot, FedEx to make it into an actual physical book if you wanted to. It costs a little extra money. Keep that in mind, okay? That goes by page. Not sure if I would recommend it. Just print it out at home. It's very cheap, okay? But yes, and on top of it, it comes with video tutorials. Actual books do not come with video tutorials. Mine is ad-free, 180 printer-friendly pages, interactive PDF ebook, and 15 extra bonus patterns on the back, okay? Let's see. Oh, Z stitches. Yes. Oh, I get it now, Robin. Now I get what you're saying. Actually, yes, you're right. I technically have a zigzag stitch. You're right. Let me actually show it off again because might as well. We talked about it, right? You're right. We had a zigzag stitch, but it's called the puff stitch in a zigzag. And because the puff stitches were here kind of together, I kept it there. I could have probably just called it a zigzag puff stitch and put it down here, but I kept it with the puff stitch up here. So that's my reasoning. Yes, you're right. I technically have one. You're right. Rebecca's saying ink is not cheap. Actually, there are some that are very cheap. Okay, I'm going to tell you. I'm not sponsored or anything. I'm happy to give you a link for it if you want. Okay, I bought a Canon printer that has refillable ink cartridges, so you don't have to buy the cartridge. You just buy the ink and you like squeeze it in. Okay, and I bought that printer probably a year ago. I have yet to change the ink, and the ink is the ink that came with the printer. Okay, so yes, I agree, ink might not be cheap, but I don't have to replace it often, and even the replacements are very affordable. And if you don't print that often, you're probably going to use the ink for a while. My ink is yet to be halfway empty. Seriously, it's still halfway full, and I bought it about a year ago. So maybe think about it, okay? If you need a link for that Canon printer, let me know. I highly recommend it, but it really depends on the ink you're talking about and the device that you're printing on, meaning the printer itself, the company, okay? Let's see. Tina says the punch holes. Yes, you can totally do that too. You don't have to do it in a ring binder the way I did in the ring spiral book. You can even do it in a 3-ring binder. Yes, nobody's stopping you. Do whatever works best for you. Okay. Let's see. Francis saying, my eyes are playing tricks on me. Is that a bunny stitch I see and a rose stitch on the cover? Yes, girl, they're not playing with you. Let me show you. I'm actually going to scroll over so you can see it. Yes, number 11 is a bunny stitch. Number 18 is a carrot stitch, since they're related. You know, bunny, carrot. There you go. And number 59 is a rose stitch, and that's a 3D rose stitch, by the way. I used that one to make like a rectangular piece, and I put it on a frame. My mom loves roses, so I made that piece into, instead of a blanket, right, I made it into a little rectangular piece and then put a frame around it, and she hung it up and she has it in her living room. So it's actually a wonderful piece. I gave it to her for Mother's Day a few years ago. So 59, yes, that is actual roses that you're crocheting as you're making the rose. Pretty cool. Let's see, put the pages in page savers. Yes, that totally works as well. I need a link to the printer. Robin, email me. I'll give you the link. No problem at all. Beverly also says, I need the link to the printer, I assume. Email me if you want the link to the printer. But in the meantime, you have the link to the ebook. Go grab that first, because I promise you that you're going to get this faster than any printer. Grab this before the sale ends. You can get the link to the printer at any time. Let's see. Okay, if anyone has any more printer thoughts, email me, okay? So let's get back on track, you guys, because I do want to show you a very, very important review, okay? Very important review. I mentioned earlier that I know someone, at least one person gave me a review, and she is a lefty. And she's right here. Glenda, girl. I don't know if she's here, but Glenda, if you're here, thank you for your comment. And Glenda, if you're here, please tell everyone you are a lefty. Am I right? I'm not just saying that. I'm not forcing you to say it, but she's a lefty, okay? And here's what she says, okay? She says, thank you, Nikki. I'm thrilled with this ebook. Finally, written instructions, how to photography, and video tutorials all in one place. This ebook is just what I needed for a long time. Nikki, you're such a blessing. This ebook will be my most used and will definitely increase my crochet knowledge. All thanks to you. She's a lefty. She uses Video Mirror in order to watch all the videos I do the other way around. In fact, she's even in my membership called the Crochet Club, and she uses it for that too. She just moves it around, meaning clicks the button to turn it around so she can watch me from her perspective. Yes, if there's any words on the screen, they may be reversed, but I usually tell you where to find them in order to, make up for that the words will be reversed, right? You can always have it two screens open if you absolutely wanted to. Mute one of them, leave the other one open so you can read the instructions. But yes, she is a lefty and she uses it as well, okay? Look at Donna. Donna even says so. Yes, Glenda's in TCC and she's a lefty. See, I'm not making this up. Glenda is a lefty. We have several lefties actually in our membership. So yes, this can be beneficial for anyone. Okay. So if you guys have any further questions about this amazing ebook that literally is an all around, what is this, 4, 5 in 1? Ad-free, printer friendly, right? 180 pages. It's interactive. It has large font, it has many images, it has video tutorials, and it has pattern ideas. So I guess what, 4 in 1, 5 in 1? I don't know. I can't keep track. I mean, you can count this if you want, but it literally is your go-to book in terms of stitches. Okay, there's no other stitch book out there, ebook or regular book, that has video tutorials besides this one. So if you find one, again, I'll say it again, let me know, because we are in 2025. We should be expanding our videos in our books. Whether it's a physical book or an ebook, we should be adding video tutorials. And there are a lot of ebooks out there, but almost all of them have no video tutorials, which is very upsetting for me, because if it's digital, might as well add the videos if you can, right? So mine always have video tutorials because I understand that it's important for y'all and it's very user-friendly. It makes the entire process a lot more enjoyable to go through the stitches and learn all the the different stitches the way you prefer, whether it's in a written format, pictures, or in a video format. So are you guys ready for quizzes now? Because I'm ready for quizzes. We're gonna have 2 quiz questions today, 2 quiz questions, and if we get a lot to more, meaning a lot more viewers, you see the number up there somewhere, right? Is it on the top or on the bottom? I don't know. It depends on where you are. If you're on a mobile, you might be on the top. If you're on desktop, it might be on the bottom. Anyways, you can see that number. Increase it. If we get over 100 tomorrow, we'll have 3 questions. Can we do it? Can we do it? You guys let me know, okay? So let's see. Ooh, Sheila, you got it, girl. Hang on, I gotta remove all this. I gotta celebrate you. Sheila, did you just get the ebook? I am so happy for you. Yay! I'm so happy for you. Okay, so let me remove this. This doesn't turn off by itself. Okay, so I'm ready for quiz questions. But before we get there, I have to show you the winning prizes first because you got to know about this. And I know some of you guys are brand new here, so I got to go through it, okay? So we have 5 or PDF patterns of your choice. We have $10 off an ebook that is not on sale. You can also win an ebook 100% for free and a free yarn box, which I'll show you in a second. We also have $10, $20, and $30 Ravelry coupon codes, okay? That is what you can win. So let me show you, but first I'm going to remove this and show you all my ebooks I have. Well, I have a lot of them, besides this one, okay? So here are all the ebooks. I believe I have 28 or 29 ebooks. I think it's 29. I got to recount. Anyway, so there's a lot of different ebooks. So if you are winning an ebook, then you have a chance to, pick any you want, one of these ebooks, okay? There's plenty there to pick from. So, and of course this one counts as well. Now, you also can get one of these boxes only if you are in the US, okay? So let me show you. So typically I only give out these boxes when the Crochet Club is on sale for new and your US members. So people who live in the US, okay? So if they're join as a new annual member during a special promotion when it's on sale, they get one of these boxes if they live in the US. If you land on a yarn box, free yarn box, and you're not in the US, you automatically get a free ebook instead. Sounds good? Okay, so let me show you what's on the inside because I know some of you guys always are curious and you haven't seen it yet. So we have the Crochet Club as a drawstring bag. I have 2 different ones, so it'll be a surprise which one you're going to get. They both say the Crochet Club on it, but one of them has it on both sides and it's a fabric. Then we have stitch markers and a sticker. We get a cute little pattern from TCC Times, the Crochet Club Times, okay? Then we have a keychain that's also a measuring tape, okay, custom made for ya. And it also has a pop socket for the Crochet Club. You put it on the back of your phone. This is a sticker right here. You take it off, put it on the back of your phone cover, and that way you can hold your phone properly without cramping up your fingers. It also allows you to kind of place it at an angle so that way you can watch videos or whatever and your phone doesn't fall over, right? And when you're done, all you have to do is push it back in like so, and then it's squeezed back. I have one on the back of my phone. My hubby has it too. And then you also get some mystery yarn, 1, 2, or 3 different skeins. It all goes by weight, so the bigger the skein, the less of them you get. Well, the amount is still the same amount of weight. So you might get 1 giant skein, you might get a few little ones, or you get 2 of them. It really depends, okay? I usually aim for about 200 grams roughly in terms of the yarn weight. So some of them are 200 grams. Like an entire skein could be that big, right? And then sometimes you get the 50 grams, right? And then you get a few of those. It really, really depends on what I have available for you, and that way it's always a mystery. Okay, so let's see. Julie's asking, what stitch are you teaching tomorrow? I'm still going back and forth between the chevron stitch and one of the plaid stitches, since you guys were asking for that. Let me show you really quickly. Where's my picture? Okay, so number 23 is an option, and then either 51 or 52. I was going back and forth between those. So 51 or 52 is either, the 51 is a single crochet version, and 52 is the double crochet version. I'm thinking I should maybe do the chevron. What do you guys think? 23, 51, 52. That's not a quiz question. I'm asking you guys, what do you guys rather have? One of the plaid ones or the chevron, number 23? I'm going back and forth between those. By the way, 24 is also a chevron, but it's called the diagonal chevron. It's a little different. But I'm talking about 23 or 51 or 52. I'm going back and forth between those. Some of you guys were asking for the wiggle stitch down here, number 80, but it's a brand new video, so I'm not going to redo that one. But 23 is an older video, 51 and 52 are older videos, so I'm thinking about one of those. So you guys tell me. Tina saying, plaid, please plaid. Well, then it's the question, which one? Okay, if you're telling me plaid, then tell me which one. Single or double? I think a single is easier to do and it's faster, so maybe I should just do single. It looks like most of you guys want plaid. I guess it's a decision. Plaid it is, I guess. Question is single or double? Single or double? So single is 51, double is 52. So maybe I'll just surprise you. Since most of you guys want plaid, I will go back and forth and figure it out and make it a little surprise and tell you then, okay? Anyway, so that answers that question. At least you guys answered that one for me, so that way I don't have to think about it. So there you go. That's your answer. One of the plaid ones. Now let's go to the actual quiz question so you can win something, okay? So I'm going to pop up a question down here. You're going to answer really quickly, and then I'm going to pick a random winner who has the correct answer, okay? Are we good? That's how it's going to work. You may recognize this question. This one is the same as before, but the answer's different. So, what stitch did you learn in the beginning of this video? Ooh, do you know this one? I sure hope you do. You should know this one. Come on, we learned it, we loved it. It looks pretty, it looks elegant, it looks royal. Everyone seems to love it. It has dimples on the back. It has very overlay diamond-like stitches. It's not the diamond stitch. Don't call it the diamond stitch. Don't call it the diamond stitch. What is the stitch called that you learned at the beginning of the video? Come on, you guys know this one? Type it up, type it up. I have to keep talking because, first of all, there's a 30-second delay here. And then second of all, you guys are still typing, so that takes a little bit too. So I have to keep talking, even though it might be boring, because I don't want to just keep it silent. That's annoying. That's boring. So I'll just say silly things while you guys are typing things up. Okay, now, by the way, if you already won, please keep, first of all, answer one time only. Don't do it multiple times. That's not fair. And number two, if you won already, please keep everyone else having a chance. So meaning don't answer if you already won. Okay, so here we go. I've got to remove this first. So remove this. I'm in the right location. Now let's go up and down and find our winner. Here we go. I am scrolling, and I'm going to stop right. How about here? Okay, this is Fantasky or Fantasky? I don't know, but congratulations! Yay! I like your little doggy picture. Is it Fantasky or is it Fantasky? I don't know if I'm saying this right. I have no idea, but I like your name. And the answer is correct. It's the lattice stitch. Okay, that's what we learned. Yay! Now let's see what you won. Okay, I'm going to click the button and the spinny wheel will decide what you win. Here we go. Uh-oh. Okay, that was my son. Gotta click that away. Yay! There's a free ebook for you! Congratulations, Fantasky or Fantasky. I don't know how to pronounce it, but congratulations. What is your real name? So that way I can at least name you. If you want to keep it, incognito, that's fine. You just say, I prefer not saying it. Oh, it's just Sky. Okay, so it's Fantasky. Okay, I'll take it. Or is your name Sky? Anyways, congratulations for your free ebook. Yay! Okay, so let's go to question number 2. We have one more question, so question number 2. But before I do, I always forget, so I gotta not forget. So here we go. We have one more time alive, and that is tomorrow at 12 o'clock Pacific time. Put it in your alarm so you won't forget. You will get an email if you subscribe to my newsletter, so that way you know, okay, when these lives happening. I always add it in my newsletter, so that way you don't mess up and forget. By the way, I have another live tomorrow. Also on We Crochet's channel, we're going to talk about the calendar blanket that's happening right now, but that's very early in the morning. I think it's like at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Pretty early in the morning. Don't remember the exact time, but I'll put a link into the email as well. So that is happening too. Or no, actually it's 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Pretty sure. Anyways. pretty early in the morning for me. So there's a live talking about the calendar blanket. And then right after, we have this one right here. Okay, the 22nd of January, which is also the last day of the sale, you guys. We want to get as many people as we can to come to this live. I'm teaching a stitch. I'm talking about the stitch ebook, and we're going to have prizes at the end. And the more people show up, the more prizes we can give away. So it's all up to you. I'm sharing on my end. Now it's your time to share, okay? Your name is Sky. Thank you, Sky. Thank you for letting me know. I like your name. I like your name, Sky. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show off now question number 2, and you guys going to answer as fast as possible. Here we go. Question number 2 is, when does the coupon code Stitches 15 expire? Ooh, I just told you. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that was my question. I set up these questions earlier on, and then I forget, and then I didn't realize I just gave you the answer. Well, good for you. Literally good for you. Plus, hint, 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 it's on the screen. So go ahead and type that up really quick. Type, 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 type. So that way I can find my winner and give you guys your prize. And I'll show you my email address in a second for those who won or have any questions. So that way you guys can answer me, okay? Did I miss the cat chasing confetti? Donna, no, I did show the cat, and I'll show it again. No, the cat was there. You guys love the cat so much, don't you? Oh my God, you guys are amazing. I love it. Tina saying, I work during the week. I'm sorry. Tina, hide in the bathroom. Some people did that before. No, don't get in trouble. Do whatever works best for you. Okay. Maybe you're sick tomorrow. I don't know. Don't worry. Replays are available, but the prices are only given away if you're here live. So a little heads up on that. Okay, so let me remove this, and that way I can show my winner. Mouse is in the right position. Here we go. Scrolling up and down, scrolling up and down. And here is my winner. Who's going to be the winner? I'm going to stop right here. We have Tina Hendrick. Tina! Wait, you just said that you didn't have time, right? Congratulations. Here's my kitty cat. Yay! Congratulations. Yay, Tina. Well, you just won. Perfect. All right, let's see what you won. Let's see what you want. The spinny wheel will decide. Ooh, it's a free yarn box. Okay, Tina, come on, tell us. Are you in the U.S.? Because you just got a free yarn box. Yay! We want to know. Tina, are you in the U.S.? Anyways, if you're not, no worries. You get a free ebook instead. Congratulations! You guys all love the kitty with the confetti, don't you? I'm so glad you guys do. See, this is why I don't overdo it on the kitty. I only show the kitty during the prizes now, okay? The other times I have this. Pooh! I have another confetti, by the way. I have this one. Boing! Do I have another one? I think I had another one. Oh, I have another one. This one. Pooh! It's a tiny one. I have a few different confetti things, okay? But I know the kitty cat is your favorite because look at it. It's so cute. It can rub its belly. Tickle, tickle, tickle. Okay, anyways, I'm going off track. So, now that we have all winners, I gotta show you my email address. Here we go. Congratulations to all the winners, okay? So, here's my email address. Pause the video later if you want to see my email address. So Nicole@nickishomemade.crafts.com. Okay, Nicky's is with Nickis. Homemade crafts has an S. Okay, so email me, and for those who want the printer link, email me too. Okay, anyone who has another question about the ebook or anything else, email me. Okay, I'm here for you. I'm gonna respond usually very quickly. Okay, it's not good for me, good for you. Meaning, you know, I'm always stressed out. I like to have my emails unread, like all read, so I don't see any numbers up there. So I answer pretty quickly. Anyways, Nicole@nickishomemade.crafts.com. Go email me if you're a winner, want to have the printer link, the email link, the stitch ebook link, if you can't remember, but it's up there. So just email me if you have any questions. Okay, quick summary really quickly. So I'm going live tomorrow one more time to talk about this ebook and teach you another stitch and give away prizes. The more people show up, the more prizes we can give away. So it's up to you. Okay, and let me remind you really quickly, this ebook sale ends tomorrow, you guys, which is January 22nd, 2025, with the coupon code Stitches15 for $15 off. Okay. okay? Let me remind you of one important thing in case you didn't hear me say it before. These stitches are using a regular crochet hook, okay? If you want to have a stitch ebook with Tunisian crochet stitches, you have that option during checkout. You can get a Tunisian crochet ebook as well, so that way you can learn Tunisian crochet as well if you wanted to, okay? During checkout, you have the option to add that or remove it if you don't want to have that ebook. Or if you already have it, good for you, okay? And you can also join the Crochet Club on sale during checkout as well. So if you want to join our Crochet Club, that is your chance to do so if you want to join as an annual member or monthly member. And by the way, 80% of the members are annual because it saves money and they can just have one bill once a year, okay? So grab your ebook. It's on sale until the 22nd. If you guys have any further questions, you let me know. I am here for you. I'm glad you guys were all here. Robin is saying this is so fun. It totally is. I hope you're coming back because we have so much fun every single time. And by the way, we have soon a live crochet coming up, a live crochet along coming up. So an actual live crochet along. We'll go through an actual pattern. So that's coming up very soon. I'm not going to tell you yet what it is, but I'm excited for it. In the meantime, grab your ebook called Crochet Stitches Made Easy. I hope to see you guys here tomorrow again for another stitch tutorial. We're going to talk about this ebook one more time before the sale ends, and we have prizes to give away. Until then, I'll see ya. Go practice your lattice stitch. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!